Hello and welcome to the 5 P's of Time Management, brought to you by Nine Thorn and presented by Leslie Ann Anderson. Hello, my name is Leslie Ann Anderson. I am a Texas-based HR professional with nearly 30 years of experience. I am the owner and founder of Nine Thorn, a corporate advisory firm. We specialize in leadership development, career coaching, and talent acquisition solutions. We help leaders build accountable, high trust workplaces grounded in clarity and execution. So, today we are going to learn about the 5 P's of time management. This is a simple yet powerful framework to transform how you use your most valuable resource, which is your time. Okay, so everyone has 24 hours in a day, but everybody uses their 24 hours differently. And depending on how you're using your 24 hours that you are being granted each day, will shape how successful you are with what all you're able to accomplish that day, as well as your mental and physical and spiritual well being. So, as you learn to master your time, you will notice that you will have a boost in your productivity. You will be able to reduce stress. You will create balance with work and life. And let's be honest, we all need a good work life balance. One way or one time management system to consider is the 5 P's. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at that and see if the 5 P's may work for you. All right, so the very first P that you're going to look at is prioritize. This means you're going to focus on what truly matters to you by distinguishing urgent versus important tasks. Not everything in your life, in your day, in your work deserves equal attention. So you need to learn to prioritize where you are spending your time. Once you learn how to do this, you're going to notice that you're going to be able to identify those high impact activities. Now, a lot of people like to use the Eisenhower matrix to rank tasks by impact and deadline, and this helps them to be able to ensure that critical work gets done first. So, with this, you want to think about tackling a project deadline before responding to a less critical email. This ensures that you deliver the results when they matter most. The key is not to prioritize what's on your schedule, but to prioritize your schedule to meet the priorities that you have. All right, the second P is plan. You want to create a roadmap. This means planning out what is needing to be done, when it needs to be done, and how you're going to do it. So, a lot of people will sometimes add things to their calendar. Some people work off of a to do list. Uh, some people work off of their notes on their cell phone. However, you choose to organize your day or organize your week, you'll figure out what works best for you. And you may not be able to do that at the very first time around. You may need to try a couple of different things to see what works best for your personality and how you work throughout the day. Something else that people like to do or have found to be very useful is time blocking. You may remember we did a training on time blocking to help with your productivity throughout the day. Um, Now, when you think about your time blocking, you will recall that this is where you're going to block off dedicated time to work on focused work. And then, of course, you want to remember when you are doing this and you have blocked off time and you're going to be dedicated and focused to a task for a certain period of time, you want to remember that you're going to need to take a break from it. You want to get up and walk away, and kind of get a little bit of mental clarity and then go back to the task. But you never want to stop in the middle of your focus task and take care of something else if you can help it. Try to be, very dedicated to whatever your main task is that you're working on, your priority task. All right. Now, once you start using, time blocking, you're going to realize that this is really going to help you from being reactive throughout the day. You'll be able to really focus on the items that need the most focus and dedicate the time to those tasks to ensure that they are taken care of. The third P is to prepare. A lot of people will say, I hope I have a good day today. Well, if you plan your day out, you almost guarantee that you'll have a good day. So, when you think about preparing, this is you being proactive. You're going to prepare for success, right? So this means that you're going to gather all of your resources. You're going to know exactly what needs to be done. You're going to make sure that you have everything you need in order to complete the task. You're going to make sure you know exactly where you're going to complete the task. So whether you are in the office or at home, you want to make sure that you remove any distractions from your area. You want to make sure you put your phone on do not disturb. You want to put your Teams or your Slack message on do not disturb. That way you are able to focus on the task at hand. You may want to block off your calendar so that no one can schedule a meeting with you, those types of things. This way, when you get ready to start your day or start your task, you have everything taken care of and you can focus on executing, you know, that top priority. All right, and then pace. All right, so most people, they're very um, habitual with their day. And you are able to pretty much decide how you're going to lay your day out based on what you typically do. You may also focus on items that you know you have that's going to need a lot of focus and clarity on. So, most of the time, you're going to follow your energy level, okay? Most people within the first, 3, 4 hours of them waking up, that's when they are at their peak. So you always want to make sure that any task that's going to take focus and attention and clarity, you want to do that when your energy level is high, when your mind is clear and you're able to focus on the task at hand. And so you schedule your day out that way. Okay. So um, You work within your energy level and you work steady, and that way you don't have to rush throughout your day. You don't have to feel the pressure and the stress of taking care of things. You're able to do it and do it well. And you want to remember your goal is to produce good quality work. That's your focus. That's where you need to aim for, is for quality. All right. Now, there are a couple of different things that you can do when you are planning out your day and you're pacing your day. You want to look at your task and be honest about what time frame you think you will be able to accomplish that task in. If you see that you are going to need several hours to dedicate to this task, you may want to think about using some other techniques to ensure that you are successful um, with your time management. Now, the Pomodoro method is a method to where, or a time management method where you focus 25 minutes on whatever task you are working on, and then you take a 5-minute break, which means you get up, you step away, you stretch your legs, and it kind of brings back some of that momentum to you, and you're able to dive right back into your task without breaking your concentration. All right. Now, once again, if you notice that you have a task where it's going to take several hours, sometimes you could be working on a task where it's going to take several days. Break that task down into small, manageable chunks to avoid you getting burnt out, you becoming stressed, you becoming overwhelmed. This way that you're able to, once again, continue to deliver high quality work. And the fifth P is persistence. You want to be so focused on your task. You want to be committed. It needs to be a committed relationship between you and the task. You're going to work hard, you're going to make it work, you're going to get it finished. You're not going to let anything stand in your way from to keep you from delivering on the completion of the task. All right. So you're going to eliminate anything that could potentially keep you from completing the task. So turn your cell phone off, turn your notifications off, um, go to an area of the office where it is quiet so people will not interrupt you. This is really going to be the bridge between planning and the results. You have to go in with the mindset that you are going to complete the task, you know. And this is not to say that things may not come up throughout the day or while you're working the task, but your goal is to try to eliminate these things from happening, these things to keep you from staying on task, on goal, to take care of what needs to be taken care of in a timely manner. Now, I know I said you want to try to keep all of these things at bay to keep you from being successful, but please remember, if you are in a position to where you are able to um, deliver good quality work, please remember it does not have to be perfect. You do not want to spend so much time seeking out perfection that you allow it to eat up your time and keep you from doing other tasks. All right? So go ahead, give the material or the task your best, knock it out. Um, deliver high quality work, and move on to something else. All right. Now, we all have our tasks and goals and things that we do not like doing at work. Everybody has that one task that you wish would be eliminated, that you are responsible for. And sometimes you may find it tempting to put that item off until the last minute. Don't do that. Go ahead and take care of those items first. Do not procrastinate. And the only way to stop procrastination is just to stop it. So, you want to remember that anything that could trigger procrastination, go ahead and eliminate it. Stay true to what the goal or the deadline is. So, think about the best way to be successful with completing a goal or a task. Is that something where you may need additional support? Make sure you ask for it. If you need to break it down into smaller, manageable size chunks, make sure you do that. You have to get started in order to finish. So make sure that you go ahead and get started on any task that is requiring a great deal of time as soon as possible. The hardest part to getting started to any task is usually getting started. So once you get started, you'll go ahead and get going and go ahead and get that knocked out. All right. Next, you want to look at balance and flexibility. You need to be honest with yourself as far as what the goal is, what your task is. Uh, are you truly capable of taking care of this task? Do you need assistance with this task? Are you going to need more time? You know, um, make sure that you are truthful to yourself so that you will not find yourself in a situation where you are overwhelmed and stressed out and not able to complete uh, your task. All right. All right. So as we look at this all together, let's go ahead and look at the 5 P's again. All right. So one is prioritize. You got to prioritize what matters. The second P is plan. You're going to plan your approach. Third P, prepare. You are going to prepare your tools. You're going to get everything set up so that you can be successful. Pace is the fourth P. This is the work that you're doing at hand. This is the level that you are delivering in on the work. Slow, steady, quality. That's what you're looking for. And then, you know, and then persist is just you're going to make sure that you're going to not let anything get in the way of you taking care of the items that need to be taken care of. Now, once you learn to apply all 5 P's with your daily activities, you're going to notice that you're going to be able to focus more, you're going to reduce stress, and then you're going to notice that you're taking care of your job task quickly, efficiently, and most importantly, you're delivering good quality. All right. All right. So, what I am going to suggest that you do today is go ahead and get started implementing the 5 P's with your workday. Pick 1 P to improve and watch how your productivity begins to soar. Small changes create big results, so you want to remember that. Start small, choose 1 P, and then begin to implement each P into your daily workflow, and you will notice a huge difference. Now, this is not something that you're going to be able to do all at once, your first time around. So it's a journey. So um, be patient. It needs to become a habit. So you'll need to truly work this or work at this. So try 30 days and check and see if you are able to tell a difference in how you're working. And I promise you, you will be able to tell a difference. So now that you have completed the training, go ahead and identify what P you are going to address first. All right. If you have any questions or you need further assistance with this, or you have comments, whatever the case may be, don't hesitate to reach out to me. My email is on the screen. And with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this training. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I'll talk to you soon.